Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome to Strange Horticulture. This is yet another of 2022's games about magical plants and alchemy. I have no idea what made this such an incredibly popular concept for this brief window there, but this is one I haven't seen anybody else cover in any way, but I think it looks really interesting. And rather than trying to convince you that it may indeed be, why don't we just get right in here and I'll prove it. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors so that the neighbors can reach across and shake hands, or, more likely, exchange unpleasantries. Strange Horticulture is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town. Recently, the shop passed to me after the death of my uncle. There is much to learn, but one thing is already clear. The rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses after all. This game features some small text, but we have a zoom function. Okay. Alright, it's a big magnifying glass. I've found it! An excerpt on the elusive Wandering Bew. Come to the library in Ambleside and I'll tell you all about it. I even found something on the Gilded Dendra that might be of interest. Simone. P.S. Give Hellebore a good scratch behind the ear from me. Are you Hellebore? Oh, what a cutie. I hope that my sound, I hope that my audio mix isn't so low that you can't hear that. This is a very good cat purr. Okay, so, the will to explore. I have neither the time nor the inclination. You can water your plants using the watering can to earn will to explore. Oh, so I knew this was a little bit more morbid and stuff, but actually this, like, the function and the wording of this in particular definitely gives specifically like a fail better games kind of vibe, which is very cool. We can drag a plant here to take a closer look at it. And I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. Okay, we'll keep an eye on our rising dread, I suppose. Let's grab a plant here to take a closer look at it. Small leaves, delicate flowers. Okay. Probably more meaningful once we actually, like, know some things about plants that we're looking for. Ugh. Gross. So, alright. Were I to water my plants, what would I water them with? Probably this. Probably this will do. Can I just... Okay, there we go. Oh, hold on a second. What are you? Okay, well, I don't... No, I do not have the ability to turn it over or anything. Interesting. So I was kind of hoping that, like, while we were watering the plants, the bar around a will to explore might fill up or something to let me know when I've... Okay, there we go. Have I gotten everything? I want to make sure. I'd hate to immediately kill all of my uncle's plants. Okay, now that's just filling constantly. Well, I must have walked past this shop 100 times without ever stopping to look. What a wonderful place to spend your day, surrounded by plants. Oh, we have a bunch of stuff here. I came here because I have an unusual request. At night I hear whispered voices, too faint to hear clearly, coming from the floor above me. But nobody lives up there. The rooms are empty. My curiosity has got the better of me. I must find out what they are saying. Okay, so she wants some St. John's poppy, which in theory will allow one to hear things. Okay, a note from the author. This encyclopedia can be used as a reference to help identify plants. Note that where I have included sketches, these are not always intended as an aid to identification. Often the description will be more useful to you. Remember to take care when dealing with poisonous plants. I accept no responsibility should injury or death occur as a result of misuse of this encyclopedia. WV. Was WV's name Wilfred Voynich? Oh, sure. It's a sort of a Voynich manuscript, of course. St. John's poppy. The vibrant petals of this flower can be brewed to create a draft that can greatly improve the imbiber's hearing ability. The flowers are bright red with a yellow center. Feels like perhaps this is our... Let me have a little bit of a look around. Do I have anything else that looks... Not really. This is the only other one that's red. I suppose the flowers do have a yellow center, don't they? Small leaves, delicate flowers. This looks a little bit more like the art, but again, we were told explicitly not to guess that way. But also, I don't know if there are any other identifying marks here, so I'm just going to hit this one. Okay. Rewards, book entry. Clavilium. According to legend, clavilium can be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. The heart-shaped leaves have earned this plant the name Lovelock. Huh. So I just find more pages as I do the work. Okay. Interesting. What else do we have here? A map of Undermere and the surrounding area. Oh, gosh. Okay. So quite a big... Where in this... never mind. There's Undermere. I found it. Okay, so we're somewhere in this area. Where are we supposed to go? Come to the library in Ambleside. Which is, I guess, not that far away. What's the scale here? Okay, the squares are 1 mile on each side. Yeah, it could be worse, I suppose. How do I close the map? There we go. What are you? Okay. Just sort of a lot of common occult symbols. And this is our magnifying glass. Can I? Nope, I cannot use the magnifying glass on itself, sadly. We've got ourselves a bunch of labels. Can I... Okay, here we go. It was St. John's poppy, yes? Okay, cool. Good idea to probably label things as we figure them out. No clues. We have here a letter. Dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Keep it secret. And the old archive, which has nothing in it. Okay. I should call the next customer, or maybe look through my notes and letters and see if they lead me anywhere interesting. Well, I kind of want to go out to Ambleside. The library here in Ambleside is one of my favorite haunts. Simone, the librarian, is always helpful and friendly, and shares some of my passion for unusual plants. Today she's grinning ear to ear and can't wait to show me what she's found. So we've got a couple of book entries here. The gilded dendra. Do not drink the sap of this plant. The lips and veins will turn black as the blood succumbs to dendra's miasma, a sure and painful way to die. The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. Also, the wandering bew. So called because this fungus can move slowly in the dark. It has been known to cover distances of up to several meters in a single night. The gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. They are also quite hard and sharp, earning this plant the nickname Finger's Bane. That's a pretty rough nickname. Okay. Can I put this? It automatically sorts it into letters. Okay. And this is... Oh. Interesting. Okay. I'm assuming that'll get sorted into clues automatically. Nope. Oh, letters. Okay. Well, I guess it's one of the symbols that we're supposed to know. Let's, I suppose, call in the next customer. Why, it's David Schaefer it is. Good morning. Bloody awful weather out there today. Good for the plants, though, eh? Got a letter for you. Okay, that letter was full of the will to explore. Gosforth is a hateful town. I was beaten and robbed and left to die in the streets. After many days, I was rescued by a kind stranger, just as I had come to fear that wickedness had infected the heart of every soul in that cursed place. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town with a group of travelers. On the northeast corner of the wood, I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. I wonder if this letter was intended for me. It could easily have been the case that this person doesn't know that our relative died, right? Interesting. So maybe don't go to Gosforth. That said, I do have the will to explore. Hold on. No, not this. Darn it. I want to grab this. Sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Keep it secret. A dangerous plant in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Where at is Backbarrow? Killington Lake, Endmore, Meat Hop. Here we are. So that's Backbarrow. Here's the hills to the northeast. The weather changes fast out in the hills. What started as a gray morning has turned into bright sunshine. A good thing, too, because it takes me several hours to find what I came for. By the time I'm done, the cloud is sweeping back over, a cloak of unwelcome shade. Okay. A plant that we are led to believe is dangerous. We could spend a moment trying to identify it, I suppose. There doesn't seem to be any particular, we have no economics in this game, right? It doesn't seem. So there's not a huge amount of pressure to do customer stuff necessarily. Why, it's Gilbert Ames. Something's got those witches in the forest stirred up. They're not letting anyone through. I had to take the long way around, down through Backbarrow. I never did trust that sisterhood. Anyway, I'm here now, and I've brought Fennett from the south to trade for some lemon dandy. Hardly worth the trouble when you factor in the extra miles I've had to cover to get here. Yeah, lemon dandy. Let me see. Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name of this plant, supposedly referring to peeled lemon rind. Among several medicinal uses, the flower of the lemon dandy is mostly associated with curing afflictions of the heart. So curled yellow leaves. Again, don't be too drawn to the pictures, is what we're told. Well, see, it does just say its curled leaves are thought to be the origin, supposedly referring to a peeled lemon rind. It doesn't actually say that they're yellow, but they're probably yellow, right? A sweet scent like strawberry dipped in honey. I mean, because this sort of has curled yellow leaves too, right? I guess they're not really curled, are they? These are curled yellow leaves. I guess it doesn't say petals, right? It says leaves. So maybe this is right. It doesn't look anything like the image, though. You would think that the image would have something in common. Yeah, like that flower really fits the image, and the leaves of this one also are curly like a peeled rind. They don't look much like lemon to me. But I think this is our winner here. Okay. And he brought us some of another plant. So this is a good reason to engage with the customers. They will bring us valuable things from time to time. Let's go ahead and tag the lemon dandy. We could go through here and try to identify some more things. I guess we don't know for sure that we have everything that's represented here. So the bishop's parasol. This is mushroom that's only found in dark, damp places. The undersides are somewhat sharp. Red warts protrude from the cap. It can seem to draw light in, enveloping its surroundings in darkness. It doesn't seem like it's doing that here. Yeah, this one with the sharp gills. This is probably the Wandering Butte, right? Potentially. It does look like in the illustration here, like it has warts on the side. Yeah, could be. I'm gonna mark this as Wandering Butte. But I'm gonna use a different color. Here, we'll use red to mean I'm less sure. Yellow tags are absolute certainty. The other tags can mean something else. So if this doesn't seem like Bishop's Parasol, I mean, it's definitely weird looking. The gills on the other side of this mushroom seep a milky fluid that can be consumed as a treatment for stomach pains. I mean, a milky fluid. It certainly got some, like, I was interpreting these at first as, like, insects or maybe spores. But maybe they're darkness. You know, the stuff written in the book here might be somewhat exaggerated as well. Potentially. Who is to say? And we probably don't have actual examples of everything that's in the book on our shelves, right? According to legend, clavilium can be used to open any lock. It's got those heart-shaped leaves. Is any of this stuff? Maybe? Flowers are made up of many smaller blue flowers. They smell pleasant. I mean, those are pretty heart-shaped. Again, we'll just separate things by color. Also, I want to separate these plants a little bit more than they currently are, just so that we can see their physical properties a little bit better at a glance. Okay, that should be fine. Just smooth, waxy leaves. Alright. A spongy mushroom with potent abilities, only safe to consume in small quantities. Grants great strength for short periods at the expense of severe fatigue once the effect has worn off. So, spongy? Not really sure. Forest camphor. The strong-smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful soporific effect, making it a common ingredient in sleeping draughts. The camphor produces a beautiful, rounded, dark blue cluster made up of many smaller flowers. I mean... this might be that. The petals don't look exactly like the picture. Do we have another one that's like a lot of little dark blue flowers? The bulb is a soft yellow. The leaves are waxy. I think this is our forest camphor. Honestly, this one I'm feeling a little bit more sure about, but I guess I don't want to put a yellow tag on anything that the game hasn't like explicitly confirmed. An offering of fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs along the stems. Perhaps. Yeah, looks pretty good, right? It's so interesting that so many of these things leave out any description of, like, you know, the flowery bits or anything. Does anything else here have that sort of like opposing leaf structure? I'm pretty sure that we've got what we're looking for, but not really, right? Oh, this does. Yeah, this totally does. Okay, maybe we have two competitors for that one. Gandhi root. A plant with medicinal properties that can aid in digestive troubles when prepared correctly. Care must be taken, however, as the rough leaves can be an irritant. Only the petals are safe for consumption. So this said it had rough leaves, didn't it? Of course. And the picture's pretty close. The picture's very close. I think what we're looking at here is probably some Gandhi root. It'll be worth figuring all this out, I'm sure. Do not drink the sap of the gilded dendra. The poison is so potent, even touching the leaves can be painful. Given basically no information to go off of. The leaves here sort of look like... Again, it may be the case that we don't have instances of everything as well. Oh, this is another plant with those opposed leaf structures. The harlequin blue. When the bushy blue flower heads die back, they release seeds with a downy pappus which assists in wind dispersal. Once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out high-pitched shrieks, widely believed to be the spirits of dead souls trapped within the plant. Well, that's fun. So, bushy blue flower heads. Got a couple that I might think of in those terms, but obviously this one we've identified for certain as something else already. Blue flowers, light airy scent. Hard to say, I think. Okay, the lemon dandy I feel like we're good on. Mary's breath. The wide, waxy leaves allow this plant to collect the large amount of water that it requires. It is said that a person can be bound to secrecy using Mary's breath. It used to be grown in the royal gardens so that the king could ensure the trust of his confidants, but the practice fell out of favor. Wide, waxy leaves. This said waxy, right? Yeah. This could totally be Mary's breath. Again, I'm feeling quite unsure. Nothing else really looks like it has wide waxy leaves except for this plant that we think is something else already. I guess you, maybe. The leaves are... No, they're not really the right shape. Mellow glow. Among other uses for this plant, the most remarkable is that it can allow a person to pass unnoticed. Though not invisible, it is possible to become hidden from sight and memory. Mellow glow has sharp thorns that protect it from predators. This has thorns. I'm not sure if they're entirely the right ones. But do we have anything else that has a long thorny stem like that? I do not think so. Yeah, let's call this mellow glow, even though it's not doing any glowing. Again, it's a provisional tag, right? Wren. The long leaves of the wren are known to turn black in the presence of certain poisons, and so can be used to detect them. Though it has no flower, it is said to smell unpleasant to those who have known death, and sweet to those who have not. It has a scent that scratches at the back of my throat. Well, that could be it. The plant that we just picked up was this, right? Because we know the plant we picked up was dangerous. I was just curious if the leaves of this would turn black in proximity. I feel relatively confident we can at least give it the red tag. The St. John's poppy we know, the wandering bew we know, and finally winter boar, also known as blue aloe or blue winter after its cool blue-gray flowers. Winter boar is a hardy plant often found growing in extreme cold environments. Rubbery leaves make an effective insect repellent. So cool blue-gray flowers. I mean, sort of. This has stiff leaves, though, not rubbery ones. Yeah, it may just be the case that we don't have one of these. This one is quite purple. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we've done the identification we can here. My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman, her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her a terrifying black skeletal creature. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of an expression about its features. It seemed to be laughing, but not the joyous laughter of a child, a sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. These past weeks have been getting worse. I need sleep. What is this? Okay. Faye Swift the Psychic. Faye grew up with her mother. Her father was rarely violent, but once is enough. When he struck her, it finally broke the hold he had over her mother, and she fled in the night, the sleeping Faye held close. Faye often has vivid dreams, but has never considered that other people do not. She came to Strange Horticulture seeking relief from her nightmares. And then we have a log of all the dialogue. Okay. You need sleep. Specifically, you're looking for the forest camphor. Yeah. Okay. I feel quite confident about that. Okay, cool. Got an entry for our book. The Butterdale. Often found growing in clumps on valley sides, Butterdale has been used for centuries as a cure for all manner of skin rashes. The dark green leaves can be stewed and mulched to form a poultice. The flowers smell buttery to some people. Alright, well, first things first. Can I... Okay, yes, I can just change the tag to yellow with no problem. Do we have anything that looks like Butterdale? Indeed. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give that one a yellow tag. That's like... everything about that one matches. Feeling very confident. Got any wandering bew? That always reminds me of, what's his name? That old hermit inventor, the Wanderer. Anyway, the bew, if you've got it. I wonder what happens if I put something in and it's wrong. Okay. She agrees with that. The Lady of Summer. The leaves curl round delightfully, which, combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature, make this a sought-after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. I don't think we have anything that looks like this. Yeah, not really. Okay. So, we've completed a business day here. And we have the will to explore, but I have nowhere to explore in particular at this point. Maybe we just go to a nearby town? Let's go to Kendall. See if anything of value happens there. I sidestep the busy town of Kendall and head to Serpentine Woods to root around. The shrubs are overgrown and the foliage is thick and vibrant. It feels like the perfect place to find a hidden gem. But I look high and low and nothing stands out. All that promise and nothing to show for it. Okay, you know, sometimes you're just gonna whiff. I guess let's end the day. Pet the kitty one more time. What am I looking at here? It started when she found something that she was not meant to find. A book tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library. The Third River, Row H. Curious. The Third River, Row H. Well, I guess I don't know what third means. We'll assume it's counting from the left. A dead deer in the river, yellowed bone protruding from matted hide and rotten flesh. Death for one provides life for many. And we discovered some... Oh. I think this might be... This might be the Lady of Summer, potentially. Maybe not. Dark blue petals are soft and feathery to the touch. My fingers ache from handling this plant. Oh. Maybe then it is the... Those leaves could be right. Maybe. I'm a little surprised, like, if it's called Gilded Dendra and no part of it is yellow even, I think that's a little odd, but it could be. We'll give it one of the provisional tags. Bring me a sample of Apis demissus, and be quick about it. That damn cat is setting off my allergies. Shouldn't have an animal in a shop like this. Yeah, okay, buddy. Apis demissus. So the Latin genus species names are on all of these things, but they're not. Oh, you want some Gandhi root. They're not in the table of contents, which is a little bit of a bummer. I thought I had identified some Gandhi root. Yeah. Okay. Meekdew. The beautiful flowers made up of many smaller florets make this a sought-after decorative plant, although it is difficult to care for. It may be a pleasant-looking plant, but touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. So there's a lot of that going around. So those petals are very unusual. Let's go ahead and mark this yellow. And you know what? I'm just going to take on the will to explore. Let's check out Whitbarrow. From the limestone crags of Whitbarrow Hill, I enjoy an expansive view of the surrounding countryside. I read that Whitbarrow's unique rock strata may have been formed thousands or even millions of years ago, when this land was covered in ice. Okay. Just going places at random seems to maybe not be a great strategy. Oh, David, you're back.
Lake Undermere is looking fine in the sunshine today. Here's your mail.
There's an old slate mine at Hard Knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. I've never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in the damp, dark tunnels left by the tramways. Thought you might be interested. Amos Duncan. Yeah, Hard Knot, huh? An iron gate, rusted by years of abandonment, sits across the entrance to the tram tunnel. Rusted it may be, but it won't budge. Locked. Oh, right, but we could use clavilium to pick the lock because that's how plants work. Which one did I think was the clavilium? I don't understand. I should, like, put these in some kind of order, you know? I've just got them spread out very arbitrarily. Does this work? It does indeed. The gate swings open slowly, complaining loudly on its rusty hinges. After a short exploration of the tunnel, I am rewarded. So first of all, we know about now some auguria. When burned, incense made from the woody stem can enhance psychic abilities, strengthening the clarity of visions and prophecies. Oh, I was just trying to get this out of the way because we're going to have to do more stuff here soon. Light blue flowers like rounded tufts of gentle lamb's wool characterize this plant. Light blue, puffy flowers. So the lemon dandy is already claimed. Alright, what about these? Just a whole bunch of new mushrooms. Cool. Let's have a quick look at them, I suppose. Smells rotten. Good fun. Seems to give off a small amount of light. And a viscous white liquid can be seen oozing from its underside. This could be Bishop's Parasol then. Let's go ahead and just mark it for the moment. I really like the atmosphere of this game a whole hell of a lot. Alright. This is a little shorter than these are going to tend to be, but I think I'm going to call the episode here. I am unfortunately a little bit pressed for time right now. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you are as intrigued by this thing as I am. I'm wondering what exactly this puzzle on our desktop is and where this all might be going. If you want to see more of this, this is not going to be an everyday series. My plan is to interleave it with Pentiment, so there'll be a few of these a week and a few of those per week. But if you come back next time, whenever next time for this particular series is, hopefully we will we'll be able to use our will to explore and our drip feed of information here to discover some more alchemical oddities. And we'll see you then.